Hey guys, welcome back to Magic TV. My name's Cray. It is 9 o'clock, which means it's time for another video. And today I'm going to talk about 5 things that every magician should have with them at all times. But here's the wrinkle. It's 5 things that every magician should have with them all the time to do magic, but they aren't necessarily magic props. Because you see, these days a lot of people talk about everyday carry and what's your EDC and oh, I carry Keymaster, I carry this, I carry that, I carry the other. And there's some amazing tricks that have been published that are designed to be everyday carries, absolutely 100%. But there are so many things that you could carry around with you as a magician that basically will allow you to perform magic anytime, anywhere at the drop of a hat. And so this video, and this might be one of about 3, because when I made a list, the list came to about 15, but that would have been a very long video. So we've broken it down and I picked 5 items. But if you like this, I can actually do a follow-up video to it and probably a 3rd video as well. It's going to be 5 things that as a magician, you should really carry around with you at all times that allow you to perform some amazing magic tricks. But they're not magic tricks. They're things that you can buy from any shop. You know, there's I remember somebody saying to me once upon a time that the best shop that a magician can look around in is somewhere like a Hobbycraft or a stationery shop like a Staples, because you walk around in there and you go, oh, I could do that with a trick, I could do that for a trick, I could do that for a trick. And it's true, there are so many different things that when you look around a shop you go, I could do a trick with that, I could do a trick with that. And you carry those around with you. They look normal because they are normal, but in reality you can perform some amazing magic with them. So on this video, like I said, I'm going to talk about 5 things that I carry with me all the time in gigs and out and about that allow me to be able to perform at the drop of a hat. If you're interested, we're going to get into it and we're going to start off with this. Okay, the first thing I wanted to mention is that you should carry around with you some tin foil, or if you're American, some aluminum foil. You should carry that around with you. You should take a strip of that off, put it inside your wallet, fold it up, put it inside your wallet, because if you have that with you, you're good to go to do a whole bunch of different things anytime, anywhere. And I'll give you a couple of examples. First of all, you can take tin foil, you can roll it up, and you can perform you can roll it up and you can perform like sponge ball style routines with it by using big rolled up pieces of foil. But if you roll it up into smaller sort of balls, you can do like a gadabout coin style routine, but with foil balls instead. There's a ton of routines that have been published through the years that use foil. The chocolate coin, if you don't know chocolate coin by Paul Harris, that is an amazing trick that you can literally, as long as you've got the little piece of foil with you, it's in the Art of Astonishment series. It was also appeared on Michael Lamar's Easy to Master Coin Magic series. But if you carry around with you this gimmick that's made out of a piece of foil, basically, you can borrow any silver coin and you can open it up and show that there's chocolate inside it before you close it back up and give it back to them. It's killer. There's also another routine, I think it's Paul Harris, again on the Michael Lamar's Easy to Master Coin Magic series, that allows you to take a rubbing of a coin. So you take a rubbing of a coin and they see the head and everything. And, you know, you spend ages, you put the coin underneath the foil, you rub the foil, and as they do, they see the head appearing in the foil. And then you can literally just have them hold on to the coin, hold on to the foil. They see the head there, they hold on to the foil. And then you take the coin, you turn it over so it's the tail side up. And when they look at the foil in their hand, now it's a rubbing of the tail side of the coin and there's no switch. Like, that's an incredible trick that, like, I don't see anybody else doing. But I want to talk to you about one specific trick. I'm going to show you a performance of one specific trick. And this trick was one that I learned decades ago. Now, before there was downloads, there were DVDs. And before there were DVDs, there were VHS tapes. And before there was L&L Publishing and A1 Multimedia in the UK, we had Vic Pinto's Tricker Tape. And I remember getting into magic and going down to a magic shop and spending like 60 or 70 quid on a VHS tape and one of the latest Vic Pinto VHS tape, and it was amazing. And one thing that I probably wore my VHS recorder out with was John Tremaine, who published a couple of Tricker Tape videos in the old days. He also wrote a couple of books on magic as well. But one thing that he published on this VHS tape back in the day was a routine with some little silver foil balls. He also did Hypno Heat, which is the foil that gets hotter and hotter and hotter. I don't necessarily recommend you do that. It can be quite dangerous. But he also did this routine with little silver balls. And to this day, it's something that I've performed like all of the time. I love performing this trick. It's not something that I'd really necessarily do in a paid gig because it's a little bit disgusting. But when I'm out with mates and somebody says, hey, you're a magician, do a trick, a lot of the time I'll take a piece of foil out of my wallet and I'm ready to go with this at a moment's notice. It's the perfect example of why you should carry a piece of foil in your wallet, because if you carry a piece of foil in your wallet, you're good to go with any of the routines that I talked about earlier, but you're also good to go with this as well. So if you haven't seen a performance of it, there's other people that have done this since. I know that it was on Geek Magic, or a variation of this was on Geek Magic, and it's been on a few different places as well. But it's such a really strong routine, and honestly, I think the best way to do it is to use little silver balls made out of foil, because it just looks completely impromptu, which it is. Let's have a look at it. Here it is. This is a performance of a routine that I learned probably about 30 years ago now. And this is kind of a really interesting trick, Katie. So I've got some foil. I stole it from the kitchen this morning on the way out. So I brought a big roll to the office, and Sarah's like, why are you taking my foil? I'm like, it's for a magic trick. Don't worry, it's fine. But I don't need the whole roll. I just need 4 pieces. How well do you know the human anatomy, Katie?
Well, that's a question, Craig.
Yeah. Are you quite au fait with the various different holes bit, yeah. And things like that?
Just a little bit.
Good. The reason is, I'm talking about face holes right now, because did you? I found out.
Not getting any better, Craig.
Really not. I found out the other day, and I don't know if you've heard this. I found out the other day that did you know the ears and the nose and the mouth are all connected?
Yeah.
Did you know that? I didn't know that. Yeah. It's why when somebody's really ill, you can be like coming out of all the different holes. I wasn't aware of this, and I thought, as that's a thing, and I didn't realise it was a thing. Being a magician, we'll try and experiment.
You're not putting that up my nose to come out with you.
No. I should say, please don't try this at home. You have to be a trained professional idiot in order to do this, which is what I am. But I'm going to roll my sleeves up because I don't want you to think I'm cheating with this, because this is not a trick. This is like a carny stunt. You know, the old style carnival.
Yeah.
This is kind of like a freak thing. But we're going to try and do it. And it is dangerous, so please do not try this at home. And I find it gets a little bit easier if you moisten the hang on, much better. There, nothing in the ear, right, Katie?
There's nothing in your ear.
Is that gone?
It's gone.
Good.
I don't know if I'm grossed out.
Try again. Here we go. The nose. Very hard.
I'm never going to look at foil the same way again.
Ow. That one's nose. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh, so Craig, are you okay?
I'm great. That gone?
It's gone.
Good. Last one. Here we go. This one, very difficult. This nostril. Do you want some?
No, thanks.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'll wait for
you
pizza.
can?
I'm good.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, so now that hang on, this is hard. That ear first.
The other one got lost.
Do you want to examine them?
No thanks.
Okay.
Put them safely somewhere.
Then wrap it up.
So, any questions, Katie?
No.
Like that
No
one?
questions.
Like that one?
It was amazing, but it was gross.
Okay, so the second thing that I want to talk about that as a magician you should carry around with you all the time is this. This is one of my favourite things to carry around with me, and I've never seen any other magician talk about this. This is a Memo Wallet. Now, you can get it from New Things Lab. If you just Google Memo Wallet, New Things Lab, you can get this. And what it is it's a normal wallet. So on the outside, you've actually got space for credit cards, and these little holes here are for your thumb, so you can actually push the the credit cards up through that hole. So if you've got credit cards in one side, you can push them in. What I've discovered, however, with this Memo Wallet, which is really cool, and I might do a longer video about this at some point, but what I've discovered about this is I've actually got 3 or 4 of these, bought 3 or 4 of them. If you remove where it says Memo New Things Lab, which you can do very easily, it looks exactly the same from both sides, which means that you can use this as a bit of a switch wallet. You can actually, even without removing that, you can use it as a bit of a switch wallet, because you can bring the wallet out, cover up here, put something in this side, and then turn it over, and it's switched. So you can switch anything from this side to this side. So if you're using like a business card or something, and you've got multiple out, you can say, look, I've got a business card here, and you can push it out, and you can show the business card, put it in, and then you can pick it up one of 2 ways, and you can show that you know, it's in there. There's lots of different ways of actually using that. The other thing that I've realised, which is really cool, is that this actually is really, really good if you're using a thumb writer. So if you like using a thumb writer, you can put a business card in here, and it will fit in there perfectly, and you can write here, I predict you will name the number, leave a space. Isn't that amazing, or whatever? You have your business card in there, and you can literally thumb write on this inside the business card, inside the wallet, sorry. So you can bring the wallet out like this. I've got a prediction inside this wallet. Name a number, name a number, name a number, and then you just take it out and you show it's correct, which is a really, really cool feature. But the cool thing about this, even though it's a wallet and you can keep credit cards in there or business cards in there, the cool thing is when you open it up, it is actually a little whiteboard, and you actually get with it a whiteboard pen, which is there. So you get the whiteboard, you get the whiteboard pen, and you can write anything on there. What I really like about this is this has got a little place for it to live, so you don't lose the pen because the pen is inside it. It's magnetically shut, so when it closes, you're not going to lose the pen, but when you open it, anything that you write on this pad won't disappear. When you close it, it'll still be there. So you can take the pen out, and if you are a mentalist, for example, and you make predictions, you can write anything that you want to on here. You can close it up and you know, put it in the spectator's hands, open it and show the prediction, which is really cool. This side has a little eraser, so you can actually erase this thing, which is also really good. So anything that you don't want to have in there, when you've finished a routine, you can erase it. They give you a spare pen in case the pen ever runs out. But the pen just literally lives in here. If I can just get the lid back on. I keep putting it on the wrong way. There we go. So that goes in there like that. And you put that in there like that, and you are good to go. So it's a little whiteboard that you can carry around with you. And it's great for making predictions, because once you write on this, if you show this to people, they can see it very, very clearly. And what's nice is if you write your predictions this way, they don't necessarily see what's underneath, because you can point out the predictions, which is really good as well. And honestly, I think this just slips into your back pocket, and it's like carrying a whiteboard around with you. So it is literally perfect for making predictions. And I'm actually working on a few different routines with this. I've got a few different things that I'm working on with this. I've been using it for a while just to make predictions and write things down. But there's a lot of other stuff. And obviously, because it's a whiteboard, You can do the old thing, for example, of having something pre-written in Sharpie and then you write in dry erase over the top of it. It's a little bit like using friction pen. You can have a prediction in there and it looks something completely different, and then when you rub it out, it changes into something else because the Sharpie is permanent. So you can have that there for a revelation as well. The opportunities are limitless. And I wanted to demonstrate how you can use this in a performance. So I'm going to show you a video that I filmed of me using this in a routine with Katie. So Katie is going to, I'm going to be doing Simon Aronson's shuffleboard, which is one of my favourite prediction tricks of all time with a regular deck. The amount of times I do shuffleboard and I use that principle is ridiculous. So if you haven't seen shuffleboard, I'm going to perform it to Katie right now. But the predictions are made in real time on this. So if you want something that you can buy, that you can keep with you, that takes up almost no pocket space, that you can use in a variety of different ways, then the Memo Wallet from New Things Lab, I think, is absolutely perfect. But let's have a look at that performance of Simon Aronson's shuffleboard. And it involves me making a prediction. So we'll start off with, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to give you about half the cards. And we're going to divide the deck into two halves, okay? Now, what I want you to do is you're going to pick up each one of these piles and shuffle them. So first of all, shuffle that one. It's amusing for me and everyone at home when we watch you shuffle.
It's really not, and the more that we talk about it, the more people are going to notice just their pants shuffling actually is.
It's fine, it's hilarious. And then pick up the other one and shuffle the other one as well. That's great.
Michael, stop laughing.
I don't think you're even shuffling at this point. You're just picking them up and putting them back
down.
down.
I'm going to be sat at home now, practising my shuffling.
I'm just finishing mine.
I think it took me about a week of working here before I tried to learn how to do the fancy shuffle so that I just wouldn't be doing an embarrassing shuffle on camera anymore.
There you go, you need to learn a fancy shuffle. Go speak to Matt, he'll sort you out.
It won't be funny anymore then, no.
It won't be a running gag, that's a good point. So, I've made my little prediction here. It's actually quite a big prediction, but it's in phases. So we'll put that over there. That's my prediction. And you've mixed up these. Mm-hmm. And you've mixed up these, mm-hmm. which is very good. Perfect. So what I want you to do, Katie, is you're going to take this packet and cut it into about half. It's up to you where exactly, but cut it into about half. And do the same with this packet. Now you're going to turn one of those face up, as in the whole packet, yeah. And you're going to turn one of these face up. Perfect. And to be clear, we're going to shuffle the face down packet into the face up packet over here and vice versa. So are you happy with how you've turned those over? Yeah. Are you good? So we'll shuffle these together like this. And that's not some sort of TV magic shuffle. It really is being shuffled like that. I'll do it again, look. Like this. Now, one last thing. Turn one of this is packet one, this is packet two. Turn one of the packets over completely. It's up to you which one. And we'll shuffle these together. Perfect. Now, would you agree that in this situation, no one could know how many face-up cards there are? No one can know how many face-down cards there are.
Yeah, you wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know, would you? Because you chose which packets that you cut, you shuffled, you cut, you turned, you did everything, right? So my prediction is in many, many parts, as you can see. There's a lot of prediction there. But look at the first bit. I've predicted 22 face-down cards. Now, I want you to see that these cards are face-up and face-down all the way through, and that's how you ended up with them, right? I'm just going to have you take the cards and deal them into two piles, and we'll count the face-down cards. So we're going to go face-up and face-down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Well, that's the first prediction correct, but I said there was many parts. So you remember, you shuffled them yourself. You cut, you shuffled, you did everything. Let's look at the next one. What's the next one there? So we had 22 face down, 12 red cards.
Are we going in the face down pile?
Yeah, the face down pile. So turn it face up and deal it into 2 piles and just count the reds.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
What? You shuffled, Katie. You made all the decisions. Let's have a look at the next prediction. So we get 22 face down cards, 12 red cards. All the blacks are clubs. Go through it. Club, club, club. Keep going. Club, 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 club. When I say all, I mean mainly. Well, I did see. Did you see the last prediction at the bottom? You didn't. Okay. So it was 22 face down cards, all the red card, 12 red cards, all black cards are clubs, except the ace of spades. And I was able to predict the exact outcome.
But I split it.
You shuffled. You split. You mean you shuffled badly, but you still shuffled.
I think it's amazing. I'm going to be a trendsetter with my special shuffling.
You do all of the magic. Every time you shuffle, the magic happens, Katie. It's amazing. So I'm going to rub that out, and I'm ready to make another prediction. Do you like my little whiteboard?
I do. I want one.
Very cool, isn't it? Very, very cool. Okay, so that's 2 things that you should carry around with you at all times that are items that are not necessarily designed for magicians, but I think magicians should carry around with them. And I'm going to give you another one right now. Glasses. Now, I am blessed with bad eyesight, which means that I have to have my glasses with me all of the time. But I think that magicians should carry around glasses with them anyway. I've seen a lot of magicians that don't wear glasses that have glasses without lenses in them in order to like have a gag at some point where you go, hey, these glasses aren't even real, or doing a sponge ball routine and the sponge ball fits in the glasses. There's lots of different ways of using them. Having a set of glasses with you can really do so much. Now, I have no choice. I have to have glasses with me the whole time, but you can get a cheap pair of glasses for £1 from Poundland, or $1 from a dollar store, and you can carry those glasses around with you. And when you've got them with you, there's a ton of stuff you can do. There really is. You can get, if you do go to Poundland, for example, you can get like 5 or 6 glasses that look exactly the same for like £5, and you can snap the arms off one of them, and then you can have a pair of glasses in your pocket, and you go, yeah, these are my reading glasses. I use them for reading. And you go to clean the glasses, but you apparently snap the arm off, but in reality you apparently snap the arm off as you're cleaning it, but you would have the other arm in sort of flipstick palm here. So as you go to clean these glasses, you accidentally snap the arm off, and you go, oh gosh. Now they don't see this here because this is behind your hand, and they see the arm, so they just automatically think that you've broken them. Now your thumb can just push that back out as you flipstick this arm. So you put them back in, and it looks like you've put the arm back on the glasses. That's a really cool way of actually using them, because people understand that people carry around glasses with them all the time, but don't necessarily use them. So having the ability to accidentally snap your arm off and then put it back on is really cool. And the fact that you're cleaning them means that you've got a napkin here, which means that all of the angles on that flip stick are completely covered. Like, that looks really good. I actually use my glasses as a lead into a ring and string routine. So anybody who's seen Get Smarty or, any project I've been on will know that I love ring and string. I really do. And there's a ton of different ways that you can do a ring and string routine, but a lot of the time I'll actually lead into a ring and string routine using my glasses. So I'll borrow a ring and I'll do a simple 2-phase routine with the glasses and the borrowed ring before I then take out the string and I go into a longer routine. And what I'll do is I'll do the ring and string routine as a finale. The ring ends up on the glasses on my head. So you're going to see I'm going to show Jack just the beginning of that routine. So I'm going to show Jack the first 2 phases, which is borrowing the ring, penetrating it onto the glasses, and then doing it again the second time. At that point, then I would take out the ring, do the ring and string routine, the glasses go back on the head, and at the end of the ring and string routine, I point out the glasses, and now the ring is back on the glasses, and it brings everything full circle, and it's a great impossible location and a great ending to a ring and string routine as well. It brings everything full circle. So, I mean, that's one reason. The routine you're about to see is just killer. It really gets great reactions, but it's just one example of why you should have a pair of glasses on you. But I'm going to perform this for Jack now so you can have a look at it. Let's have a look at this, and hopefully I've sold you on the fact that even if you don't wear glasses, you need to have a pair of glasses with you all the time. I'm here with Jack. How you doing, Jack?
All right.
Nice. Can I borrow your ring?
I'm going to get it back.
I can't guarantee anything, to be perfectly honest. Let me have a good look at this. How long have you had... Oh, there we go. It almost went south for the winter. How long have you had this, Jack?
Yes.
It's got a... what's this say inside? George. Oh, you got it from Asda. That's nice. Good to know.
It's my middle name as well.
Huh?
It's my middle name as well.
Your middle name's George?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. I want to show you something. I didn't know that, really. Okay.
You looked at my passport when I joined. It was on there.
That was years ago. Am I supposed to remember that? I can't remember what day of the week it is. I want you to watch my glasses, because we're going to... A lot of magicians use a magic wand. I use a pair of glasses.
Okay.
Watch the glasses. Watch the ring. If I just put the glasses in here like this with the ring, yeah?
Yeah.
The only way to get that ring onto those glasses is to literally open up the arms, drop the ring on, and then close the arms up, yeah?
Yeah.
But if you hold right here, just pinch right there, and I just squeeze, and you just gently pull, you'll see that the ring actually links right there onto the glasses. Now, there's a rule in magic: you should never repeat a trick. Because the first time it's educational, the first time it's entertainment, the second time it's educational. Would you like me to do it again?
Go on.
Would you like to see me get the ring onto the glasses one more time?
Are you just going to put it on?
Yes. Not impressed, I can tell. No, but if I want to do it for real, it looks something like this. Remember, I just do that. I do that. I do that.
Hey.
And once again, it goes right on there. And that is a trick with a pair of glasses and a ring. You can have that back. There you go. Okay, so the next thing that I want to talk about that you should have with you all the time, even though it's not a prop designed for magicians, is you should have with you a set of crayons. Now, this started for me when I worked restaurants. Back in the day when I worked restaurants an awful lot, I would have, they gave away packs of 4 crayons. And I used to keep hold of these packs of 4 crayons, and I'd just carry them with me. And I developed a bunch of routines with crayons that I could do at tableside, which is great because a lot of the time, especially if it was a family restaurant, had the crayons there themselves. So I could just borrow the crayons off their table, or I could bring them out of my pocket. And there are so many different things that you can do with crayons. If you've got a pack of 4 crayons or 5 crayons, the first thing that you can do is predictions. Very, very easily you can do predictions just by using Equivoke or Quinta Force or Patio Force or something like that. You can very easily do a prediction of a colour. Another way that I've actually used crayons is to do and if anybody saw my lecture at Tricks in the Sticks, you'll know this, using crayons to do a colouring routine where the spectator is actually deciding what colours they're going to colour. So you bring out a picture of like a magician, for example, on the back of a business card that you've drawn, and you get someone to hold that in between their hands. You then have somebody else. You take another picture of the same magician and you give it to somebody else, and they pick crayons and they colour it in themselves. Great for kids. And then once they've coloured it in, they see that the prediction has matched exactly, even though they apparently had a free choice. And you can do that very easily through the use of a few verbal forces. I used crayons in my restaurant work all of the time to do a colour changing deck. I would start with a deck of cards that was apparently blank on the back and had faces, and I talked about how these are what cards look like before they're printed. And I would have the crayons down on the table. I'd use Equivoke to have them pick up a crayon, and the backs would change red, for example. And then I'd have them pick up another crayon and the backs would change blue. And I did a 4-way colour changing deck with them choosing what colour the deck would turn into next based on the choices they were making by picking up the crayons. You know, I see online all of the time people saying, oh, you know, I want to force a colour. What's the best way to force a colour? Well, everybody knows what crayons are, especially if you're working restaurants, but even if you're not, Even if you work in a wedding, for example, and you turn around and you say, hey, I've got kids and I went to a restaurant the other day and I got these. Who's seen these in a restaurant? Everybody will relate to it immediately, but it's a natural object to bring out with you. And the little packets of crayons are so small, you can put them into a wallet and just do it anytime, anywhere. But there's other things that you can use crayons for as well. Any type of cigarette manipulation, any type of routine that involves cigarettes, including cigarette through coin and all the different cigarette manipulation type routines that you've looked at over the years, those will work with crayons. And I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to do a very simple performance of a broken and restored crayon now. And I'm going to use just the classic method that people use to do a broken and restored cigarette, but I'm actually going to use crayons instead. And using crayons, this is just a really cool visual bit. So if you've got a crayon in your wallet and somebody says, hey, can you show me a trick? And you go, well, I've got a crayon here. Would you like to do a trick with a crayon? My kid gave it me the other day and I haven't took it out of my wallet yet. Check this out. Look, I can snap the crayon. Now, there's nothing magic about that, but look, I can put it back together. There's something really magical about that, right? The point I'm trying to say is crayons aren't necessarily a magic prop, but carrying crayons around with you can get them for free by going into a restaurant. By carrying them around with you, you can do so much with them. So let's have a look at a performance of something that you can do with a crayon. This is the, well, I'm not going to say what it is because you know nothing about magic.
Absolutely.
I got this, you know when you take your kids to a restaurant, I got this from a restaurant. It's a green crayon.
A little box of 4 to keep them quiet while you wait for your food.
I got the box, look. I nicked it. I took them from it was from Wagamama's where I took Thea for her birthday.
Oh, nice.
But I'm going to show you something with it. Watch this, watch. If I do this, I can cut it in, I can pull it into, rip it. They come apart very easily. They break very easily. But I want you to watch this. I'm just going to use some static here. I'm going to rub this one here on my elbow. I'm going to rub this one here on my elbow. I'm going to put them together like this and hold them in this position. And if I do that, I can put it back together. It's back together. It's back together. You can check it out. It really is back together. Oh, look, it's gone behind your ear, Katie. That's weird. Okay, the final thing that I'd like to talk about is napkins. Carrying around a pack of nose tissues. Yeah, you're going to see a performance of them in a minute. But you get in drugstores and chemists and supermarkets little, tissues. You get little packets of tissues that are pocket size. They're kept in this little container, and there's normally like 10 tissues in there. You take them out, you shake them, and they open up. And it's a very common object, especially in the winter, especially around about now. But pretty much all year round, people will carry around those napkins with them. Why do I keep saying napkins? People will carry around those tissues with them. If you bring it out your pocket, it's not an uncommon object. But you can do so much with these napkins. So, for example, let's say that you want to do one of my favourite routines of all time is by G, and it's off his Penguin Live, and it's a incredible routine where he takes a napkin off a table and he draws a light bulb, and then he takes the light bulb and he shows it and he says, what's the light bulb? And he concentrates and the light bulb lights up. The picture of the light bulb lights up and he goes and he blows it out. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful piece of magic. You can do that very easily with a napkin. If you've got a napkin with you and you've got a Sharpie, and you should have a Sharpie obviously as a magician, you can bring out that napkin, you can bring out that Sharpie, and you can do that routine as long as you've got the gimmick that you need to do it. But there's a bunch of other stuff that you can use napkins for as well. For example, I'm going to show you a performance right now to Katie of me doing a very simple sponge ball routine. Napkins are perfect for sponge balls because when you scrunch them up, why do I keep saying napkins? Tissues are perfect because they are just, when you scrunch them up, they're just the same size as a sponge ball. So a lot of your sponge ball style routines you can actually do with tissues. And you can also very easily do a torn and restored using tissues, because again, the method to do a torn and restored lends itself perfectly to tissues that you carry around with you. So you have these tissues and you have them in your pocket and you're good to go anytime, anywhere. You can pull them out and perform an absolute miracle. You don't ever have to say, I've got nothing on me, because you're always going to be able to either borrow some tissues or have some tissues on you. So anyway, I'm going to show you a little routine that I put together. I showed Katie a kind of a little two-phase thing. It started off with a sponge ball style sequence, a very simple sponge ball style sequence, and it went into a torn and restored napkin. And I sat her down and performed all 5 of these things to her, and she said all of it was great, but the thing that she loved the best was the napkin trick. And it just shows just how strong sponge balls is. It just shows how strong a torn and restored napkin is, or tissue paper in this example, you know, nose tissue. But there's so much you can do with it just by carrying around this little pack of tissue. So let's have a look at a performance of that. Do you want to examine that napkin for me, Katie? Do you want to examine this one for me as well? That would be really good. Yep. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn them into a ball. You can ball that one up if you want to. We want it a nice big ball. There we go. Perfect. So, Katie, I'm going to show you something absolutely amazing with these. Are you ready to see the amazing thing?
Yeah.
Hold your hand out for me. Can you take this one, squeeze it really tightly and turn your hand over, yes? Watch this one. All you have to do is say go.
Go.
When you say go, that ball vanishes. Turn your hand over, have a look. You've got 2. See, what happens is if you put this one over here and this one over here, and you touch your thumbs together, this one actually vanishes from here and appears over there. I can do it under the table. If I put this one under the table and I hold this one up here and I do this, I can actually put them both up through the table. On the count of 10, it looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's kind of weird, right?
I'm just like, how do we turn a pack of tissues into like Katie being gobsmacked?
Well, it's fairly easy. Look, which one do you want? Which ball would you like?
That one.
Okay, so hold your hand out, squeeze it really tightly and turn your hand over. If you don't squeeze it tight, it won't work. Now watch, if I just do this, and I do this, and I do this, it vanishes. Have a look in your hand, you've got 2. I can keep doing this over and over again. But we'll try something different. Pass me one of those balls. That one. Put the other one down there. What I want you to do is watch very carefully, because what you just saw up until that point was a magic trick. It was a magic trick, Katie. It wasn't real. But this is an illusion. Do you know the difference between an illusion and a magic trick? An illusion is something that you would swear that you're seeing. You would be convinced that you were seeing this thing, but in reality, what you're actually seeing is not what you're seeing. You only think you're seeing what you're seeing, but you're not really seeing. Yeah, you're not really seeing the thing that you think you're seeing, even though you think you're seeing it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's like tricking your mind.
Exactly. So I'm going to take all those pieces and make them into a ball. Can you hold your hand out and squeeze it tightly? We don't need this one. We'll put this one away. The only important one is this one right there. I want you to take your hand, wave it over your other hand, and make the most magical noise you know. Ooh. Wow! If I was, that was so magical. That was amazing. Unbelievable. Turn your hand over, open it up, let's have a look, because if you really did the magic, then we can prove it was an illusion, because those pieces really are not pieces. Instead, everything has gone back to the way that it should. And you can have that, and then if you need a nose blow, you sort it.
Thanks.
No problem.
Got some right props now.
So there you go, guys. That's another video in the bag. 5 things that are designed for muggles that magicians should carry around with them all the time. I could do another 2 videos like this, because I've got a big list of stuff that I didn't use. If you'd like to see a follow-up list, please let me know in the comments down below. And do you agree with me? Are any of the routines that I've performed on this video today ones that you do? Or is there anything that you would like to do? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments down below. You want to see more videos like this? Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and please don't forget that you can join the Netrix. It's www.thenetrix.com. It's my online streaming platform, and I have literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of tricks and sleights and moves and theory and marketing advice. Whatever you need is on the Netrix. So if you want to check it out, it's thenetrix.co.uk or .com. One of them. Try one of them. One of them will work. I'll see you again soon. Thank you so much for watching. My name's Craig from Magic TV.